Hello guys, so let's move on to another question. The question given is addition without carrying. Okay, so little boy is studying arithmetic. He just learned how to add two integers, written one below the other, column by column. Okay, so like we do in small classes, we learn addition by writing one above the other. But he always forgets about the important part, carrying. That's the mistake that we usually made. So given two integers, you are asked to find the result which the little boy will get. The boy had learned from the side, so feel free to check. Okay. So from the parameter 1 example is given. Parameter 1 is 456. Parameter 2 is 1734. The output is given as 1180. 6 plus 4, 10. 1 carry. So he is not counting the carry. Okay, he's not counting the carry. So 5 plus 3, 8. 4 plus 7, 7 and 11. It will come 1. Then 1 still. We are not counting the carry. So we have to get a result without counting the carry. Okay. So what we can do is we can just first we have to take, there are two numbers are given, param 1 param 2. We have to take the last digit. Okay, so what we can do for that, we can get the remainder by using modulus, and we are adding those two, and from adding those two numbers we will get the third digit. Okay, like 456, when we get the remainder it will be 6. Then 1734, when we get the remainder we will get 4, and we are adding those two. Okay, then sum, we will take the sum, so it will become 10. For from this 10 we only need the last digit. There is no need for this digit. Okay, so again we can do the modulus of that. It will give us 0. Now we have to take the next two. For that we have to divide the number. Okay, we are again dividing the param 1 by 10, param 2 by 10. Did you get this? Now what we are going to do, now we are going to again follow the same steps, but there is one thing, we have to store this like all the values one after the other. For that we can, what we can do is we can declare a number as m, I'm just giving, which is 1. Now what we are going to do is we need the result to, then result is also needed, which is the final result. So what are we going to do is result is equal to, like reversing a number, the same concept that we are using, the m, which is 1 into the sum that we got. First trial it is 0, so 1 into 0 it will become, I will tell that. This logic is what we are going to apply to get all the numbers one after the other. Okay, so at the first trial it will be 6 and 4. Okay, 10. So first trial sum will be 10, sum will be 0 because we are doing the modulus. So 0 into 1 is 0, 0 plus 0. So in this case, the result will be 0. And the second case, 5 as well as 3. So 5 plus 3, 8. There is no need to reduce it. Even though doing the modulus, we will get 8 itself. Okay, so here what we are going to do is 8. So in this case, the result is equal to, now the result is 0. M into sum is equal to 8 plus the result is equal to 0. Okay, so result will become 8 here. But one more thing we have to focus on is, as result become 8 here, it should come like 80, no? So in this case what we can do is we can just multiply the m into 10. M is equal to m into 10. After this process we are just multiplying m into 10. So when it comes like this, m into 10, now m is equal to 10, because as m is 1, here m becomes 10. On the next iteration, 10 into 80 it will come. So 80 plus 0, what will be 80. Now on the third iteration, we will again do m is equal to m into 10. So at this time, m becomes 100. Okay, m becomes 100. Now we are going to again doing the same concept. Now result is equal to 80. In the next case, 4 plus 7, 11. We are just taking 1 from this condition. So result sum will be 1. So m into 1 plus, what is the result, previous result, 80. So what is m? At this point m is 100. 100 into 1, 100. In this case, we will get result as 180. Okay, on the next iteration, m is equal to m into 100, m into 10, I'm sorry. So in this case, m will become what? 180 into, we are again iterating, 1 into m into 10. So in that case, m will become 1000. Okay, because as m is 100% before, now the m will become 1000. So just like this, we can get the result. Again, doing the same concept. What is m? 1000 into what is the sum that we got? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1. Okay, so plus we are adding the previous result. So we will get the result as 1000 plus result is equal to 180. 1080. 1180. So likewise we could do. On the last case, it is just 1. So we'll do the same case. M is equal to likewise we will just add. So this is the logic that we are going to apply. So let's code the thing. So first what we need the sum. Okay, I'm just giving the name as sum. Then we need the m. M is equal to 1. Then we need the result. A result. So these are the three things that we need. Now we have to what I'm going to do is, there is one more condition that we have to remember. When the first parameter is 0 and the second parameter is 0, then there is no result. We have to break it. So we can do a simple logic, like we are just running the loop. This means the loop will continuously run until a certain operation is given. So we are just running the loop until the number param1 equal to 0 and both numbers become 0. Then I'm just breaking. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. When both numbers become 0, then we have to break. Until that, the process has to continuously go on. First, what we have to do, we have to get the last digit of both, the sum of last digit. So in the sum, I'm going to give sum. I'm sorry, sum is equal to, what we are going to do, param1 percentage 10 plus param2 percentage 10. Now we got the last digit sum, 6 plus 4, 10. Now the sum is equal to 10. Okay, sum equal to 10. Now what we have to do, as we have to again do the sum percentage is equal to 10. In this case, sum is equal to 0. Now sum becomes 0 because we only need the last digit. We don't need the carryover. This one is the carryover. No? So we are declining it. Now what we have to do, we got the sum. Now we are going to add that into the result. So we are going to result is equal to what, m into multiply into the m. I'm just giving m into what we have to multiply it with, the sum. Okay, we are going to multiply it with the sum plus result. We are adding the previous result. At first the result will be 0. This is the main logic. M into the sum. Sum, it is 0 now. M is 1. 1 into 0, 0 plus 0. The result will be 0 by default. Okay, then one more thing. M divided 10. M is equal to m by 10. This means m is equal to m by 10. Okay, so m, sorry, I'm really sorry. M is equal to m into 10. We are multiplying the m each time so that we can get the digits accordingly, result accordingly. Now what we are going to do, now the main thing is, everything is almost finished. Now we have to go for the next round. For the next round, we are not focusing on these numbers, so we have to divide it by 10, both. We're dividing both of those numbers by 10. Now this loop will continuously run on. I think it's correct. Let's see. And when it becomes 0, it has to break. So we are going to returning the result. Yes, that's correct. So that's it. This is a simple problem. That this is the thing that we have to focus on. So that's it. See whether any problems in the hidden test. Yeah, it's correct. Okay, thank you guys. Then we will see again in another problem.